No offense, but if it were up to me, this place would have a no-aug policy.
Oh, thanks. Hey, future people. It's Phoenix. Well, at least everyone else is nice, except for the janitor and the people who actually work here. It's kind of weird they don't have mirrors, because they've got, like, reflecting water. Mirrors are cool, but I mean, I guess it does force the game to, like, think way harder. It'll have to redraw stuff. Okay, this is the way back. Oh no, that's the way to the General Growballers. Alright, I'm gonna go back and just finish up. I'm gonna go talk to Detective Chase. I guess that guy's apartment with the landmines. I kind of already sold the evidence, so hopefully there's other evidence that spawns. No Explorer bonus. Oh, actually, this is one about.
Well, now we're with Patrick Gar.
Yeah, this is the one that has nothing to do with the area. That's why I couldn't think of it. I love how French people say Patrick, by the way. I forgot to say that. Patry. It's like, isn't there like a hard K at the end of that? It's like, what's a hard K?
Welcome to the Detroit Automated Information Network.
I'm pretty sure I got everything here, but I'll just do another. Alright.
You hear what Lazarus been saying? This country's falling apart, man. States are looking to leave the Union.
What the hell? You been reading the Super Spy Manual or something? Long coat, check. Sunglasses, check. Attitude, no doubt.
Lazarus is a conspiracy guy on the radio, in case you didn't notice. Okay, well, first thing I'm gonna do is go to Detective Chase. He's like the first door in the alley. Oh, actually, I guess first thing I'm gonna do is go to the shop.
What's your pleasure, friend? See you soon.
I thought that's how much money I had for a second. No, I have half as much. I still have like a lot of money. But like once you need to buy those Praxis kits, man, they're 5,000 each. I want to see something. I heard this guy gives you EXP, but I've... Well, one of them did. The other guy... didn't. Even though he's also named Punk. That's weird. Wish you could see the upgrades on your gun. Like, you can see the upgrades on your gun. Here. This is like the max after you upgrade it. But...
What's your pleasure?
when it's on the ground, you can't.
Always a...
That's why I don't want to do it too much. They're only 200. Okay, I'm done selling. Yeah, see, this is where it tells you the upgrades on your gun.
Yeah, so I don't know why, but I really like this character, this side quest character. He always felt really credible to me, the way he speaks and everything, and all the things he's talking about makes the conspiracy feel even bigger than what you're actually playing in the main story. Like it's kind of hinting at the shadow government and stuff like that, and I think it makes it much deeper than.
And I think a lot of credit for that goes to not just the guys who wrote the dialogue, but the actor. We mentioned him earlier. And the casting of the side quest characters was an interesting part of what we were doing, right, Steve?
Yeah, it was great. We had and we'll even throw some, since we're giving credit out, we'll throw some to our voice director, Simon Peacock, who did a great job. And he often would recommend some of these characters to us when we would give him the character design, and he'd be like, oh, I know this one guy would probably nail it. And more often than not, he was right on. But I agree with what you're saying, Jeff. Like, he's one of my favorite characters, because when I saw the visual of what the character looked like, because it was one of those guys that we casted without knowing what he would look like, the voice, it was one of those rare occasions where the voice and the visual matched perfectly. And when you played it, I think that's part of the reason why it feels so credible, is that the voice looks like it would come from that character.
Weird.
Hello there. Well, you must be Adam Jensen.
A keen observation.
Mrs. Reed told me you might pay me a visit. And don't take this the wrong way, but you're kind of hard to miss.
I'll try to take that as a compliment. She told me you might have information regarding Megan Reed's case and the attack on Seraph headquarters.
Oh boy, what a mess. Total pissing match. We had the feds on our ass, orders from 3 different departments, and pressure from so many lobbyists it felt like being the scrawny new kid in a prison shower.
It is a very high-profile case. Mrs. Reed said you thought some procedures were overlooked.
You got that right. I mean, you know how it is. Mrs. Reed told me you used to be a cop. There's always cases where you see the lazy officers taking shortcuts. But this was different.
Different how?
Too much stuff got overlooked. People seemed way too eager to jump to conclusions, and every time I was remotely insistent, I got turned down by ranking officers. People wanted to bury this thing fast. That's never a good sign.
Surely you have something more substantial than this.
Yeah, well, that's where you come in. I got a couple of leads I could never fully investigate. I started poking around, but these government-type agents just gave me the creeps. I got scared. Months away from retirement, I didn't want to fuck things up. But you obviously have the means to get to the bottom of this.
So what have you got?
First off, there's a rumor that the order to close the investigation came from higher up, maybe even outside the local department. Anything like that would have passed through Captain Penn. There might be traces of this left on his office computer.
Guess I'll have to pay a visit to the local precinct.
Well, while you're there, there was an officer assigned to the case, Chet Wagner. He's not what you call a choir boy. And when he suddenly got brought on the case, I got suspicious. Somebody wanted him there. And I'm pretty sure he tampered with some of the evidence. You should talk to him. Find out what he knows.
Okay, I'll have a little chat with Officer Wagner.
You'll most likely find him in the lobby. He got retrograded from his conduct, and he takes depositions now. He won't budge easily, but I'm pretty sure you can find some dirt on him on his desktop. His office is on the 3rd floor. You might find something there to help loosen up his tongue.
Wow,
Anything
this
else
guy's...
worth looking into?
Yeah, when the order came down to close the case, the bulk of the evidence was stashed in a storage locker. Maybe you can find some interesting stuff in there. It's on the alley right next to the station. The code is 4891. But I know an outside agency had access to that locker, so be careful.
Thanks for the heads up.
It's nothing. And, please, don't bother coming back here with details. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad to help. But the less I know about this case, the better I'll feel.
Look at those completely natural arm movements he was making.
How did you get assigned to this case?
I didn't push for it, if that's what you mean. To be honest, I didn't want to get involved.
Why not?
I was an honest cop, Jensen. I always tried to conduct myself in accordance with the law, with procedures, and what I believed was right. Not really the standard MO for a case like this.
Ack.
You said an outside agency may have tampered with a storage locker. What did you mean by that?
Well, I've seen, I've heard that government agents may have locked up some of the more sensitive evidence in a safe inside the locker.
Come on, Chase. What are you not telling me?
Damn it. Okay, listen. I snooped around that locker before and found the safe code. But I kinda got caught by one of those guys. He knows I know, Jensen. If I give you the code, they'll know I talked. Call me negative, but I can't think of a nice outcome to that.
Why retire from the force only to become a security guard? I mean, it looks like you still love the work.
I love the idea of being a cop. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to join the force. But I just got fed up. It's not like I had imagined it. It's a job. Some people are good at it, while others just don't care. And it shows. This case, the Seraph case, it was just the last drop in a cup already full.
I think if I ask agency again, he might give me the code. But like, I'm just gonna hack it anyway. I don't need to really push him for
That's
the
all
code.
I need for now.
Oh, he's pushing buttons. Software buttons on his digital pad. Oh, that's probably why I see them askew sometimes, is because I like run into them. Yeah.
So I guess we have quite a few things to mention about the apartment layouts. It's quite a bit harder than it seems, even though, you know, apartments are quite common. But something I remember at the beginning is with Frank, like we sat down, me and Frank McCann, in the sense that like just getting down like a volume that feels like natural, that feels like a real apartment, like even though we've all lived in them and whatnot, is actually...
Access granted.
We've all lived in them and whatnot, is actually not as easy as it sounds. So at first we had like, you know, art design and level designs that they felt a bit awkward in terms of feeling like we were in an apartment. But I think it ended up quite well. Like we fixed it.
Also, we had the
pretty good.
challenge of the cover system that
Yes.
we needed to make everywhere like
Yeah,
cover friendly.
that was a big part as well why they probably felt a bit weird at first, because they accommodated for that, you know.
And a big challenge as well in regards to the apartment is that originally we had two models, and we actually cut it the larger one, which added a lot more gameplay
That's
options
true.
to the players.
Forgot about that.
Like for the the first one on the Greg Thorpe apartment was a really large one, very gameplay focused. But actually we changed it because we had way too much stuff to actually place inside of those apartments, so we kept a more regular type of environment. And the thing is also during the production, it was add support from Level Art to actually add props and do some pass on those apartments. So until very late in production, it was all propsing by myself. So chairs, tables, and all that stuff. And each apartment I wanted to have a specific thematic. And so I had almost no support on Level Art, even though we had paintovers from
Yeah. But whatever. Those, you're right. Those were things that happened. But I think you ended up managing it pretty well. But one thing, speaking of props in the apartments, one thing that I can't stand is there's the Icarus paintings and the and it's like the Icarus myth is just like an analogy in the thing, right? And the way that these paintings was probably just for one lab or something, and ended up being like everybody in the game just buys paintings of Icarus. I was like, wow, you know.
Yeah, you're well safe.
Access granted.
Hey, money and stopworm software. Book. Nano augmentation. Pipe dream or the theory for the future. Or theory for the future, not the... Except from a paper in Neo Nature, September 2022. We've been throwing around the word nanotechnology for decades, and yet, despite all our best efforts, we are only inclining closer to that molecular scalar frontier, when in fact we should be racing towards it. In the decade to come, the enhanced being post-human who are our progeny will look at the mechanical devices we rudely bolted onto our living flesh or buried inside our grey matter, and they will mock us for our crudity. They will look upon us from what we have made with the same curiosity, the same disinterest, as the pilot of a VTOL helicopter would look upon an ox cart. I was expecting, like, a World War I plane or something, but an ox cart, it's kind of, like... Oh god. The future of human augmentation lies in the small. In fact, the smallest. In the next 30 years, the molecular frontier will be broken as a true nanoscalar reprogramming and biological reorientation will be possible. There will be no more tedious instances of severing limbs to replace them with steel proxies. We will drink in these tiny machines, inject them, and be transformed. That's a good article. I'm gonna have to keep an eye out. I don't really even know what they mean by all these Icarus paintings. Oh god, so many floors for one damn apartment. Okay, so now I have to go to O'Malley's apartment, I guess. Actually, that's the one on the other side. Although with the big jump, I can probably jump from one side to the other now. This tall jump is really useful. Although, I mean, I think I should have gotten cloaking first, because then I can do more wacky things. Okay, this is the one I've been to. Arms and legs for man, the structure of cybernetic limbs. Oh, I don't think I read this one. Improvement. Yeah, okay. From a seminar by Hydro for BBC4 Spring 2009, the form and function of what are commonly known as cybernetic limbs, that is, mechanical augmentations prosthetics, can be summed up in a single word: improvement. These augmentation design or technologies replace feet, hand, legs, or arms with a synthetic model that can easily replace, if not surpass, or replicate, if not surpass the abilities of the organic limb. In cross-section, cyber limbs are composed of muscles made from electroactive polymer bunches arranged around artificial bones that are, in turn, formed from dense superplastics or lightweight metal alloy foams. Fluid shock-absorbing joint mechanisms complete the mimicry of the human form, and to give the limbs a more realistic sense, they are typically coated with nanoscale artificial epidermis that resembles flesh. Inside the limbs, microcomputer units interface directly with biochips implanted in the organic parts of the augmented body, translating nerve impulses from the brain directly into action and motion. Far more advanced than the crude constructs of the past, these human augmentations allow us to become better, faster, stronger. Okay. Oh, I found a package of drugs. I also found a shotgun, which I have already sold. Okay.
Encroachment. Hello, Jack. As you know, the situation with the gangs has become somewhat of an issue for us here. Just like rats, these scum are slowly burrowing their way closer and closer to our Highland Park facility. I've been told you're the man who has been assigned to resolve the situation. I'm sure you understand the importance and delicacy of what we've built here and why it needs to be protected. That's why, as uncomfortable as it is, I'm going to have to ask you to act quickly. They are getting dangerously close, and it could be a major setback for us. You know how this organization feels in regards to public exposure and failure. Ollie.
FEMA. Det WKSO at FEMA.gov. Jack O'Malley GovNet secure. Sam fucked up. We told him to keep it cool. Crazy ass temper. Oh yeah, unless when you ice someone in the street, that's a gate code, yeah. Okay. Here, I'm actually gonna look at my quests. Okay. Motherly ties according to Chase. All the cold case. Okay, so I have to go to the Lesser Evils. Email computer says she's going to meet someone at the behind the abandoned gas station on 2nd Street. Wait, I've been there like 100 times. Oh, this is him. Maybe one of these punks was the one he was gonna meet.
Jensen? What are you doing here?
I think you know why I'm here, Tyndall. I want Corella's security footage back.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm Seraph Industries' chief of security. I'm pretty sure I can find out about an edited security tape, so don't bullshit me.
Ah, shit. Listen, Jensen, I never wanted things to get this bad. I'm not a bad guy. I feel for Corella, I really do. But sometimes, for a good cause, you have to get your hands dirty.
Oh, there's a good cause now?
Oh, I see. You think I'm selling the stuff, right? I understand why this would seem like an obvious motive, especially to an ex-cop. But trust me, you shouldn't always take things at face value. I'm not selling the neuropazine, I'm giving it away.
Giving it away? To who?
To the people who need it. You think everyone gets augmented by choice? No. Shit happens. And then what? You're saddled with neuropazine injections for the rest of your life, and that shit costs money. But what choice do you have? Without the drug, you'll die. Rejection syndrome, crippling pain, that just ain't right. So I did the only decent thing to do. I stepped up.
I don't care about your reasons. I can respect that. I can respect that, because that's pretty fucked up.
That. But blackmail is still blackmail. Corella wants out, and I'm here to make sure he gets out.
Man, this whole thing is becoming way too much trouble. I've even got 2 local pushers on my back because they say my philanthropic actions are undercutting their profit.
That's not your only problem. A gun-toting client was waiting for you in your apartment earlier.
Really? In my apartment? Shit, the dealers probably sent him. Tell you what, I'll deal with the client later. You take care of the dealers, and the footage is yours.
Fine.
Okay, I'll help you out. But you better not be playing me.
You give me way too much credit, Jensen. I'm a security tech, not a hardened mobster. The 2 pushers go by the name PG and BK. They hang out in the alley near the basketball court. Just make sure they never bother me again.
Deal. I'm not gonna kill them. Neutralize the 2 dealers. Yo, bros. I get XP for them. I want to try one thing. Like, I'm gonna talk to him, and then knock him out.
Look at you. What are you, a goddamn super soldier or something? I heard about them on the radio. Lazarus is the shit. Not like that Eliza bitch.
You hear what Lazarus been saying? This country's falling apart, man. States are looking to leave the Union.
Yeah, cool story, bros. That should be enough room to hold it. There we go.
What the fuck's that? Keep running, asshole.
Wait, since when do these guys become hostile after you take those guys? Probably since forever. Or since the programmer has programmed it into the game. Okay. I organized my inventory better this time, and I'm ready. Why were they hostile last time but not... I'm slightly confused.
Look, I told you. If you want me to give you that security footage, you're going to have to get those pushers off my ass first.
I've taken care of the dealers. Now hand over the footage.
Thanks, Jensen. Listen, I know it's not something you did from the bottom of your heart, but still, you saved my ass. Here's your footage.
Listen, Tyndall, I know you're trying to do the right thing. But we have to do things by the book, or we'll just have chaos. I'll put you in contact with someone inside Seraph Industries. They may be able to get you neuropazine for those who need it.
Seriously? You'd really do that? Wow. I never would have expected this from you, Jensen. I really appreciate this. Tell Carell I'm sorry.
The other one said your heart was in the right place.
How may I?
Kind of got a creepy voice. I'm playing a basketball. We're playing a basketball. I'm playing a basketball. We're playing a basketball. Oh, he's playing the beep 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 boop boop game. Merchandise, sup dirtbag. Listen, the shit's stacked in the usual storage locker just like you asked. I changed the code to 92928. Any idea when your guy can come pick up the stuff? Bilbo. Probably as in Baggins. I forgot, I have to do that one. Okay.
Access granted.
$500? Oh, there's more security. There's that hackable panel there. I think also the invisibility cloak makes you able to walk through those barriers. Oh my god. Okay, this isn't that bad actually when it comes down to it. That's only level 2.
Access granted.
Yeah, how about no more laser systems, please? Oh, 3 combat rifles. This is where the money is. Where the money at? I got a silent sniper rifle, but I need to move this to have room for it. Forgot I was supposed to
What'll it be?
preemptively edit this part out by pausing the recording.
Always.
Okay, I'm just gonna grab the guns one at a time and bring them to the shop, and I'm just checking up here for loot. Okay, I finally got all the weapons sold. But I think actually I haven't gone to these apartments. Which is why I was trying to do this methodically so I wouldn't miss anything. Up the stairs, uh-oh, into the window, oh no! Hello? Hey, there's a fellow over there. I have sneaked away. Okay, let me try something. Oh, this guy's the other weapon merchant. He's getting all paranoid over nothing.
You want to buy or sell something? It's all on the computer. What do you want?
I guess to buy or sell something. So, oh, fuck yes.
Okay, that's it.
Hello?
Access granted.
Sweet. Oh, he's got a safe. And a woman sleeping in his bed. He's out of the room. Oh, it always alarms him. Yeah, it's Surratt himself. He just doesn't like it when you close the door. Respirosite Technology and Hazardous Environment Parsing. Darrow Industries Developmental Study Abstract Document 2021. The Respirosite project currently represents the bleeding edge of nanoscale micromachine technology, and while a full, pure application of that system is still several years ahead of our current capabilities, at this stage we are capable of implanting a combined interlaced augmentation using basic Respirosite proxies, rebreather technology, and enhanced lung musculature synthesis using electroactive polymers. The Respirosite itself is an artificial red blood cell, a sphere approximately 1 micron in diameter with a high internal pressure on the order of around 1,000 atmospheres. Test examples have been constructed using artificial diamond analogs, drawing power from blood glucose. It is theorized that the mature design Respirosites could contain several hundred times more oxygen and carbon dioxide than organic blood cells. In effect, a human being with Respirosite colonies in their bloodstream could hold their breath for long periods. Combined with micro-miniature rebreather systems to recycle exhaled breathing gases and implanted molecular filters, it is theoretically possible for a human to so equipped to also resist airborne poisons, particulate contaminants, and other toxic environments for short periods. Oh god, how many items does this guy have? 100% right, yeah. I'm gonna save.
What are you doing?
Nothing. What are you doing?
This is a bad idea, my friend.
If I wanted to get out, you're in my way. Oh shit! No, he's not.
What are you doing?
Ah, you can't find me. Must have been the wind. Well, I did it. I closed the door. And he's not alarmed anymore. Okay, I think I got this.
Access granted.
Yes! Okay, payment received. As always, regular like clockwork. We want you to know it's appreciated, and it shows the proper professionalism and respect. You should know that some of our other franchises have been having trouble with the usual, or more trouble than usual with the police in the form of unwelcome attention. Attention which is keeping the more casual customers away. If you notice anything like that in your location, let us know ASAP. Brother Joe at arments.com or net. Improved catalog. Central would like to reward you for being one of our biggest and most reliable sellers by adding a few extra items to your current catalog. These exclusive items are more of a specialized variety. If you find a market for them, order as much as you like. Need I remind you, not everyone earns a trust which access to these items implies. We've had the extra gear deployed in your usual storage locker near the apartment. Congrats, keep up the good work. Oh, I think this is the guy whose storage locker I raided. That was by the Deep Boy Ballers. I mean, he is really close.
There's more of this to come, followers, so want you to say, whoa, whoa, this Og versus Natch shit is getting out of control. Don't you think, Ambassador? Don't you think we should do something about this, Mr. Secretary General? Shit, yeah, you're right, Mr. Taggart. I don't know, let's make a rule. Yeah, a rule that says only the police, the security corps like Bell Tower, and of course, let's not forget to give your private security people, Mr. Sarif, the right to turn themselves into augmented killing machines.
I'm being directly called out. I'm literally an augmented killing machine. Fuck. Thankfully, I mostly just knock people out. Holy fuck. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4 items. Okay. Is this one where I can... No, I can't access the thing. It's only level 2. And there's only one endpoint. Okay, there's 2 level 1s here. Oh, if I press that button, there's no annoying prompt. I'm gonna have to listen to... Okay.
Access granted.
Sick. I have more nukes than I do stops.
Access granted.
Okay, some simple... Here, I can read these in my log. Ooh, Uniting the World, the Picus story, darn. Uniting the World, the Picus story. Early in 1985, Dazzle Me Magazine, TK Records, and Roke with a Q, Publishing, came together under one banner to become a new multimedia company for a new age. The Picus Communications Group. Invigorated with new purpose and a forward-looking viewpoint, Picus exploded onto the global media scene and began a meteoric rise over the next decade, absorbing other smaller companies in film and television production, video games, advertising, marketing, public relations, and the emergent field of internet service provision. By 2010, the Picus Group shifted its corporate headquarters to Canada, a nation of stability. Picus invested heavily in the city of Montreal, a growing hub for virtual entertainment, in order to construct a large corporate campus in the center of the metropolis. From its new home, Picus has continued to spread, drawing in new technologies and talent to bolster its leadership of global media. At least I have those, the parts in between mixed up. Okay, yeah, this is a window, right? Yeah, obviously.
Them D-Row cats is gonna get popped if they keep trying to tag over my shit.
Oh yeah? How so?
Got me a Hurricane TMP-18 from Syrah.
That's sick shit, man. I didn't know Sarat carried those.
Double T cut him a break on his rent, so he brought some in just for us. Turns out apartments in this dump ain't exactly cheap. That's far enough. Leave quietly and you won't get hurt. Keep out of this, Hanser. Get lost.
Okay, so I'm going to try to run up to them while they're still close together and talking. So I'm just going to load the previous save, which was before they were done talking, and then just run at them from where I was. Ah, fuck. Well, if I do this more strategically, it'll actually be better. Okay, that I can't do. I shouldn't do. The zero ones have a 0% chance of getting caught.
Access granted.
Oh, there was one more virus. There we go. Okay, I'm away from the guy who's talking, but I also forgot about my reading those emails. What the fuck? Okay. Okay, this is just another Nigerian scam. Okay. For God's sake, Laura, just stop sending me these stupid emails if I wind up on a watch list or something. You know I don't care about your crazy theories anyway. Zubin and I are working things out as the last goddamn thing we need is for the police to show up at our office again because of you. If you can't write to me about normal things, don't write at all, Penny. You wrote. You can't hide in your head in the sand forever, you know. Remember, all it is need for evil to triumph in this world for good people to look away and do nothing. Laura. Oh, and here's a thread. Laura, you've got to get off that computer and get yourself a real hobby. You're asking me to trust a few paranoid kooks living in their parents' basement over the investigative reporting done by every member of the press. Who do you honestly think is more trustworthy, Penny? You wrote, Greer is innocent. He was framed by the Meade Corporation to ruin his reputation. They want him out of the running so Meade can take the next election. This website presents the true facts behind all the lies. Okay. Miss Vale, once again, your questions and insinuations are both ill-founded and inflammatory. You have been officially advised about this in the past. Sadly, I must inform you that an official harassment complaint has been filed. If you do not alter your current behavior, I'm afraid we will be forced to settle this matter in the courts. Timothy Stevens, Public Affairs, NSA. Okay, so I'm gonna go down. That's Rat, yeah. Go down there, get kind of close. Don't let them stop. Oh, go up there. Sorry. Don't let them start talking though.
Them D-Row cats is gonna get popped. As far as you don't want to get no.
Go. Oh. In signing your lease, you agree to all the following conditions. Rent is payable on the 1st of every month. No delayed payment without permission of management. Lockout on the 5th. If no arrangements are made after that time, eviction occurs on the 15th, followed by an auction to recoup the defaulted payment. My bedroom door code is 3733. Do not change it. Management needs to know that number. Oh, the bedroom door code. Management needs to know that number at all times for security reasons. Thank you for your patronage. Wow. Oh, those two guys over there are Surratt upstairs, I think. Did they bury something under all these boxes? No. They is in the characters, but also the game designers. I wonder what the code is. Damn it. %'s not even that high. Thank you, game.
Access grant.
There we go. Any flashing mines around? Guess not. He's got a pistol under his pillow. Whoa, 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 whoa. I should prioritize the one closer to the...
Access granted.
Okay. New pause. I know we load. Tyndall always come through before. He come through now. Stop worrying about my shit and let me handle it. Hey, we almost had an NPC over here, cuz. You know, your boy Tyndall ain't holding out on us and isn't holding out on us, is he? Strats. No, stay the fuck away from the ballers till we find out more about what kind of weapons they have, you wrote. You hear those protests at the limb? Sure to be ballers out there. Maybe we should join the party, Strats. It's like a military room almost. Oh, I guess it's where the gangs does are sweeping. Fuck yes. Love me some tranquilizer darts. Takes an entire box to hold just one. Okay, I went up for this, so Okay, I'm gonna save and see if I can jump over there. I can get over here, but there's no reward for it. So I kill myself. Not my intention. Okay, moving on with my... Wait, I'm alive? Ooh. I think I've actually found that before. Okay, back at Seraph Industries. And I basically just need to hack this guy.
Access granted.
Start talking. Calm down. There's no point worrying until we know more. I'll make some calls. Did you try her at home, too?
He said I'll call when I know something. Anyway. Fuck. Just a little out of reach. Got it now.
Access granted.
Building Wings, A Better Tomorrow by David Seraph. What is transhumanism? A grandiose term, perhaps, but an accurate one. It is a search, a greater destination that we, as a species, are approaching as our journey through evolution nears its next great leap. It is no less than the chance for human beings to reach out and take the helm of their own development. For the first time in history, we live in an era where the factors that define the borders of the human condition, death, longevity, disability, and all the other many tyrannies of our own biology can be surpassed. The advancing science of human augmentation technologies allows us to look to an enhanced future, a better tomorrow where the limitations of flesh and bone can be transcended. If I write these words and sound like evangelist, then perhaps I am. I look to my future enwrapped. Like in rapture, I think is what you mean by enwrapped. Weekend trip. Hey, Fly Girl, I'm serious about hitting J-Tree next month. Think about it. Thanksgiving in the desert, hanging out after we nail the fortress. Natural selection, baby. You bring the glow sticks this time. You in? Raz. I think that's her, like, boyfriend. Hello, Bad Storage Ever. Thank you, Malik. I'll be sure to have a look down there myself. In the meantime, I have changed the code. It's 8053 now. May I suggest you delete this mail as soon as you've read it? Hey, Pritchard, didn't you fire Brian Tindall a few weeks ago? I could have sworn I saw him coming out of the helipad storage area the other night. As far as I could tell, nothing was missing, but I think you should change your room's access code just to be safe. Very diligent employee. I'm gonna go to the helipad. I'm not gonna put in the code. Okay, this isn't that bad. I can actually hack it, but it's just very unlikely. If you hack the last node or the security node, it also unlocks all the items.
Access granted.
Now there's gonna be things missing from down here. It was me, Jensen, all along. I'm not stealing things, I'm just putting them in my inventory. I don't think there's anything here except for an alternate entrance, and yeah, this yeah, this is I think where he was storing it. All right, so that's everywhere here, I think. Oh, there was one on the other floor that was level 3, I think. Oh no, I think I made it to level 3 while I was still here. Nope, I didn't do it. That's good. I came to check.
granted.
I've already been in here. Okay.
I don't know. The crowd was getting pretty hostile.
But there was violence, right? The police did physically strike some of the protesters, right?
Well, sort of. Hey, some people were shoving the police shields, and the cops had to shove back, but nobody really got hit, I don't think.
So the cops shoved people down. Very good. Thank you.
I saw the news this evening. Am I to assume that Seraph has you running around getting shot at again?
It's my job to get shot at. It's his to tell me when.
Does he feel your pain for you too?
He pays for my insurance, so I guess he does.
He pays for many things. This clinic, for example, could not operate nearly as well as it does without the financial generosity of our corporate sponsors. David Seraph being one of them. The same can be said of every limb facility worldwide.
You trying to tell me something, Doc?
Only that everybody, myself included, can be made vulnerable to suggestion if certain pressures are applied. As your doctor, I hope you will remember that the decision to undergo neuroprosthetic surgery must always be your own.
I'll keep that in mind.
I sincerely hope you do.
It's weird. Patient, or no, it's AJ090921. But if you have okay. No, it's AJ090921. Jensen Adam, AJ09, okay. Blood O, RHD negative, no allergies, family history unknown, adopted at age 5, no papers. Has demonstrated healing ability greater than 2 standard deviations above the mean in the following: speed of recovery, repossession of faculties, post-traumatic memory retention, unusually large quantities of NGF peeing around implantation sites, unique autoimmune disorder, may indicate he may not require, or he will not require neuropathy injections anytime soon. Injections. One previous operation 6 months ago, life critical, requiring full replacement of chest cavity and left arm, right arm, and legs replaced at behest of employer. Authority granted under terms of employment contract. Recovery speed unknown at this time. At the time, patient was also pre-fitted with PDOT biochips in all areas of possible neuroprosthetic insertion to reduce need for physiotherapy following any subsequent enhancement surgeries. AJ090921, patient X. Sex, male, age 32, blood O, RHD negative. Alright.
What's your blood?
So I'm basically done the first half of Detroit.
See you soon.
And then there's another half with which has side quests. Oh, I forgot one thing. I can go turn in the quest I finished for Corolla. Okay, came back here quick to just drop some stuff. And pick up these Red Devil Ale for Letitia.
Establishing security system. See you soon, Mr. General.
Well, I went to look in the building, and and then I looked at my quest. It turns out he wants you to meet him in front of the subway station.
Well, shit. You got any credits you could spare?
I think I've got all the information I need. Maybe next time.
I think I've got all the information I need right now, Tish. Maybe next time.
I'll be right here waiting for you, Captain.
I'm gonna save. I want to see what I can get for that Red Dead all.
You back again? I don't suppose you brought me a little gift this time. Help a gal down on her luck find some relief.
Here. It's not credits, but
Mighty kind, Captain. Mighty kind.
How about you give me...
Oh, damn, Captain. You ain't no cop no more. Why you gotta insist on using them rules?
Because it's my money this time, not the department's. You want it.
Yeah.
I might need to do a little You got...
What
This...
Oh.
Okay, so it doesn't let you do any of these.
I think...
Well, it's not like the beer does anything for me, anyway. Okay, is this a subway station? Yeah, I think it is. I haven't actually used this yet, but I think it goes to, like, the Chiron building, and there's the guy I'm supposed to talk to.
Did you get it yet? Adam, please. You have to get that security footage.
Please!
I got the footage. You owe me one, Tim.
Yeah, you got that right, Jensen. I mean, thank you so much. This is my life I just got back. Listen, I got a hold of a weapon mod. It's not much, but I figured a guy in your line of work could use it.
Reprimand. Yoki, don't report you. You're not allowed to actually report him? I know you were trying to do a good thing.
Listen, I know you were trying to do a good thing, and I respect that. But you should do it through proper channels. Next time you might not get this lucky.
Yeah, you're right, Adam. I know you're right. Listen, thanks again.
Yay. Oh, sorry, police officer. It's funny, you can also turn off the icons for double takedowns and stuff. That would make everything way harder. Oh, cool. I forgot there might be commentary here.
Yeah, the subway dancer.
Yeah, my favorite.
Me too.
Naughty.
Actually, it looks like it's the prodigy singer that is kind of trying to look cool on stage.
Well,
that thing is one of the things I hate the most in the entire game.
And you know what I'm going to tell you is, I remember I had one of my guys on the team, Kevin Dion, was working on it, and I came in to see how it was going because, like, when I saw the animation, I wasn't all that excited because I'm like, well, this is going to be hard to kind of sell because I found on one the guy's dressed kind of like futuristic, but yet he's doing these bad '80s moves.
But he's not even dressed futuristic.
Well, he's wearing like shorts.
I don't even know where that kid
The point being is that he's doing '80s moves, but he's not dressed as an '80s guy.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it was kind of like, well, what do we do? And when I walked in, Kevin had he had sort of gone with that '80s kind of, you know, like a boom box, like boom,
yeah,
and it just didn't work. Like, I'm looking at it, and I'm like, man, this is just, it's emphasizing everything that's wrong with it. And I said, you know what it needs? And I was just, and he shares a booth with Johan, and I said, and I was talking out loud, I said, this needs some messed up track that, like, makes no sense, is just chaos.
I agree.
I said, so that the guy just looks like some idiot going
Yeah.
nuts to some stupid music.
That's a very good point because that's the thing in video games when you want to do something that's like when you want to represent something that's extremely cultural, like culturally based, like, you know, hip hop or breakdance or anything like that. It's just so. These things are so precise, you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
you're right, to have turned it into a really kind of weird, chaotic, that would have been a great solution.
Well, that's what we did. To end it quickly is that the other engineer in the room goes, well, I have this piece of music that I did with this drummer friend of his. And he called the guy up. He played it for me, and I said, that's perfect. That's what I want.
Well, you did it with the track, but the dance is still like...
No, I couldn't change the animation.
I know.
But I needed to get a music that tried to make it look
Yeah.
like we're trying to make this look crazy as
But
opposed to...
I think one of the key aspects is that if for it to really work in the themes of the game, it should have been kind of this augmented kind of
I agree.
Yeah, free,
where
totally.
he's dancing and
Yeah.
using his augmentations in a very uncanny
I
way.
agree completely.
And
that
would
was
have been
that was the
totally awesome.
power of our game, and we didn't use it, you know. And as far as just real hip hop culture, like there's one game that did it really really well with the breakdancing in the Metro. It's the Darkness, the first Darkness
Yes.
in the Metro. But to do this, like you really need to know what you're
Darkness
quote unquote
was
talking
probably
about.
mocap too.
Yeah.
But the last thing I'll say is that's the fun thing, and sometimes not so fun thing about being in audio is that it arrives at your desk and it's finished, and you're looking at it going, what am I going to do with this?
Yeah.
Because if I just do the bare minimum of making it functional, it's going to fall flat because it's already half failing.
Right.
So
And at
I
that
gotta
point, us,
try-
we're all partying.
Everybody's moved on to other things, which I understand, but it usually falls to us to try and find a way to spin it and make it at least feel a bit better. And for me, I was happy with where we ended up with it, considering the state it kind of came to me at.
Right.
I figured, we did a pretty good compromise.
That lady eyeballing me was making me uncomfortable. Yeah, audio is always a challenge because like it has kind of a. It's like nothing but everything kind of at the same time, if you know what I mean.
Niashia Akim is way prettier.
But Eliza has intelligence, and I love how she dresses. So cool.
Intelligence? She just says what Picus tells her to, and Picus only reports what the government allows them to. Eliza is just a puppet.
Well, she's one hot puppet.
You're so dumb.
Is she on the phone or is she just like saying random lines?
The convention? Oh, I don't know about
So here's a billboard with Eliza on it, and that's pretty cool because one thing that we really wanted to do with Eliza, she was a bit of our poster child in the game for the cyber renaissance fashion. Like, they really push one because she's a personality. She's probably rich. She's on TV all the time, and these are the people usually that are kind of like at the forefront of fashion and whatnot, and all those trends. Things is that we could only afford one model for Eliza in the game, not because of memory, but because of time constraints and whatnot. So we had this idea that if we only have one model, then what we could do, because she's a personality, there's got to be ads and posters and marketing and stuff like that of her in the world. So why don't we portray some of her other costumes or clothes or whatnot through these things, instead of making other models, and that ended up working really well. And we also had to make sure that these things were positioned in almost like a choke point, so that the players,
attracts your attention.
It attracts your attention, and players would see them and whatnot. So I think it was really clever that we came up with that idea. It was
Yes, you guys are so clever.
It made us save a lot of time and money, but it ended up giving the exact same result.
It worked. She attracted attention.
Awesome.
Yeah, and they also have this guy just right here. Oh, Eliza's so hot. And you'd be like, well, I don't know, Eliza's that hot. And then you come out here and be like, ooh, well, look at that. If you're into that. Yeah, if you can move heavy things, I could have gotten here, but I can't move heavy things yet. Never mind, it's locked. This is a one-way to the sewers. This puts you by the police station, so I know how to... I'm gonna go back. I jumped over the police officer.
Whatever happens, my man, don't let them scare you. Don't let them beat you down.
I ain't proud. I'll take charity, even from one of you.
That's exactly where I'd put my revolver ammo. Well, one down. I can sell one of my combat rifles, I guess. That's a mod he got? That's actually one I like.
Welcome home, Mr. Jensen.
Welcome. There's no real way to turn that around on that computer voice. It's just being friendly. Oh, it dropped right there. Okay, and here's my pistol. I'm gonna pick up some of these. Cyber Boost Pro energy packs do I have? Oh, just the one. Okay. I think I missed this book, yeah. The Intelligence Circuit. Excerpted from a talk given by Hugh Darrow in the 2020 Human Plus conference in San Jose. We get carried away with the idea of bolting robot arms and legs to our fleshy torsos, but I firmly believe that the real core of what we can fate lies within our meat, more specifically in our brains. Deep brain implants are the way in which the human machine can truly be supercharged. Consider our gray matter. Our neural DNA has been implanted with a mammoth amount of information, allowing us to parallel process huge complex data sets in quick order. But for all that, our wet memory is patchy and sporadic. We lack the ability to communicate data in complete fashion. Through the use of cognitive enhancement implants and providing nootropic stimuli, we are capable of creating a new level of neurosynchrony, which can effectively boost brain capacity. And via wireless data parsing subsystems, a form of radio telepathy is a real and viable concept. Faster brain processing, more data, reacting quicker, capable of streaming that data in real time to other similarly accelerated posthumans. This is a real frontier. The only problem I'd have with that, or I could see with that, I guess, not like personally have it, would be, what if someone like hacked you? Because it's obviously able to receive data. Like, they just said that at the end. But enough for one small weapon, and if I organize a little more, maybe a bigger weapon too. There's another combat rifle. Oh, okay, sorry. Wait. I thought I saw Cyber Boost Pro energy bars for a second.
Re-establishing security system.
Yeah. You can't jump in an elevator? Come on. Okay, I think I'm gonna go into the sewers. Oh, nice. So, Explorer bonus obtained for going into crate, although there's no sewers entrance over there.
What the hell? You've been reading the Super Spy Manual or something? Long coat, check. Sunglasses, check. Attitude, no doubt.
Look at you, man. Another sucker who bought a bunch of crap you never really needed.
Yeah, I guess that's one thing everyone assumes. If you got augmented, you got augmented by choice. Okay, also I haven't gone up this ladder yet. I like the sunglasses, because it reminds me of Molly from Neuromancer. Okay. What's going on here? Oh, this is just to bring me up into the DRB territory. Yeah, when I get invisible, I can just use a Cyber Boost Pro energy bar and run up to those guys. Although I should get some bars. So I guess that's the whole point of that, was just to go up there. Yeah, there's no windows or anything. Over here.
Scientists aren't God, man. They make a mistake, it's a human being that pays.
No offense, but I wouldn't get enhancements even if I could afford them. And the shots.
Oh, I'm going away from the... No, I meant to go away from the Chiron building. I need to get a little bit more EXP before I go in there, because I probably will want to have the cloak to make sure I'm undetected. Ooh. Another hot devil. be fair, I think I'm getting my money's worth, or whatever you'd call it, my points worth out of this jump. Okay, oh, this is easy. Yeah, capture me all day, all night. I'll capture you right back.
Access granted.
Datalytic completionist. Ebook. Seraph Industries report TA 00514008. Case TA. Okay, terrorist attack on Seraph Industries. Detective Gene Gzepkowski. Yeah, like subject 008. Confused with this. Apart from Seraph's chief of security, who's still in a critical condition in edit, and another lab technician who is found, or who is lying in a deep coma in the same hospital. The only witness to the attack on Seraph, and who is alive, is a tech named Arthur Hopkins. Something peculiar regarding the witness's deposition or lack of. When we first got on the scene, Mr. Hopkins was waiting for us in a rec room near the labs. He was obviously in shock, but quite coherent, and ready to give a clear description of the incident. The emergency response team wanted to make sure his condition was stable before allowing us to interview him. When we came back after his check, a few minutes later, he was incoherent and confused. He couldn't remember anything about the attack. We still haven't heard back from the EER team regarding this matter. Addendum, Captain Penn. This situation has been resolved with the medical team. Mr. Hopkins' condition has been validated. He suffered from a severe concussion. The matter is closed. Seraph Industries report. Okay, this is 2-3. This is 0-8. Terrorist attack on Seraph Industries headquarters, Detroit. Detective Christopher Chase. Chase, yeah, he's the one I saw in the... Okay, attackers are definitely professionals. Details, quick rundown. There was no trace evidence found at this, what seems to be the point of entry. The incident didn't last long, but the amount of damage was extensive. There was a large number of victims, and yet not many rounds were fired, and the accuracy was spot on. The attackers were probably all marksmen. This was the work of top-notch professionals. Seraph confirms that the new augmentation design was being tested just prior to the attack, but the augmentation itself was unharmed and no files related to it were stolen. The obvious motive here is theft and/or corporate espionage, but then why destroy the facility and murder everyone? A competitor could no benefit from such a catastrophe, but these measures were quite extreme, and to my knowledge, this was an incident without precedent. I want to note here that I've been brought up this matter to Lieutenant Ashbrook on multiple occasions with no concrete results. Autopsy report, Megan Reed. Reed Megan, age 32, sex F, blood type positive, path MD Lauren. I've been appointed by the state to perform autopsies on the remains of multiple victims of the attack on Seraph Industries. This is due to the critical nature of the incident and the need for the State Department to be fully aware of every detail without going through an endless array of bureaucratic forms and requests. This is no way linked to the competence of local ME Dr. Gerald Campbell and should not be interpreted as such. Okay. Vertebral injuries. Industries is what I was trying to say for a sec. Vertebrae in the neck are displaced. Abrasion of the bones is consistent with severe and sudden stress or pressure. Okay, ligature strangulation. Abrasions found in the neck area. Hard to clearly verify due to severe burns, but throat seems crushed. Extremely severe burns covering the entirety of the body. Accelerant residue has been sent to the chem lab for analysis. Absence of fumes, residue, and ash in the lungs. Decayed burns are post-mortem. Toxology report. Blood ethanol none detected. Blood drug screens none detected. No drugs detected. Clinical pathologic correlation. Cause of death is quick and intense snapping of neck vertebrae combined with intense pressure. Body was likely burned after the subject was deceased. Dr. Donahal, medical examiner. Seraph Industries report TA 00514812. Terrorist attack on Seraph Industries. Detective Gene Zepkowski. This is Zepkowski. Okay, probable use of unidentified high-tech compound. While examining the crime scene, Detective Hayward and I both noticed that the area was covered the area covered by the attack seemed abnormally damaged, burned to a degree that could not be explained by normal fire or the use of any of known explosives. It was the same for all the recovered victims' bodies. Residue analyzed by forensic lab officers on the scene likely came from a high-tech accelerant of unknown nature. It seems the lab's equipment and victims were deliberately burned to an excessive degree. The most obvious conclusion is this was done to eliminate all possible trace evidence. It just feels odd. Something is off. Too bad I didn't drill him for the code, then I could have gotten him in trouble.
Access granted.
Megan Reed, lab notes. It's hard to fathom it all sometimes. When I made that breakthrough in my research a couple of years ago, I never really thought it would get this big. I thought it was an anomaly at first, but it's become to genetics what universal assemblers are to nanotechnology. We're talking about the holy grail of DNA here. Here, this is Gregor Mendel Big. Gregor Mendel. The thing is, I have to bury the truth. Not the discovery, but how I reach my results. It's become harder lately. I betrayed someone I respected for the sake of my research. Wish I had a chance to fix it, but it's got bigger than me, bigger than Seraph. If this ever came to life, Seraph Industries could be ruined. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm tired. I think I'll just wrap things up for today. Bracelet. Probably give that to Megan's mother. We already heard this one. Yo, hobos. How's it going?
No offense, but I wouldn't get enhancements even if I could afford them. And the shot.
Okay. Thank you for your unsolicited opinion. I guess I did solicit it. I walked up to her and pressed E to talk. Don't. Da, 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 da. I just gotta find where the... I'm not gonna load, but I thought I'd get experience for those guys. Oh, shoot.
You're kinda welcome on our turf, pal.
Well, I guess I'll have to reload anyway. I know what I can do.
Don't get involved in this, asshole. Get out of here. Turn around, Hawk. This doesn't concern you.
No punchable walls? Ow. That hurt quite a lot. In this whole place? If there is one, it'll be near where those guys were yelling and screaming.
You're kinda welcome on our turf, pal. Shit. Lost him.
What?
Out of
Yo,
his hands
someone
there. Get lost.
I I guess there's no punchable walls in this whole area. There must be different sewers then. I thought they were all connected.
Son of a bitch! We need help here! Get out of here, Og. You got no business here.
How does he know that? He doesn't know my business.
What was that?
What was that? I just hate all those guys always get in your business. Okay, I'm gonna save again. Okay, I found one hole you can punch through, but what I wanted to do, we use explosives, it's gonna be kind of difficult. As you can see, it has health. But guns don't really do that much to it. This would blow it up. But I'm pretty sure it would also hurt the people nearby. Yeah, that guy looked like he died. Yep. What about this guy? Yep. Okay, well, I don't think there's any benefit, or I mean, any detriment to knocking them out. There's just no benefit.
Hey, scientists aren't God, man. They make a mistake, it's a human being that pays.
Most people just walk on by like I'm invisible. They've made it practically illegal to be poor in this city.
Oh, poor guys. That guy just lays there. Like, he looks at you and he, like, turns away. He's like, fuck you. Why are you looking at me? I'm doing this for your own good. Poor guy. They made it practically illegal to be poor in the city, and here I am just, like, beating him up. But sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, that guy's alive. These guys are both alive. Alright. Cancel. What's not near more of these poor folks? Like, these people are like... You can't help but feel bad for them. They're, like, homeless. They live in a sewer. Okay, well, that was quick. Okay, let's just see if I can do it without You'd think they'd move away from the explosive instead of just cowering from it. Well, then move. Oh, shit. Okay. So I might have to just knock these people out.
Don't shoot me!
I'm not gonna shoot you, I'm gonna wait till my energy recharges. He's good with it because he understands the reality of living in a slave state. Oh, she did get out of here.
Please, no! My God, this is crazy. Ugh. Ah.
She was running right at me. Hope that guy's okay.
On the slightest suspicious fluctuation signal, we have to shut down. The World Order and their team of expert hackers could be trying to track it. And that's why we have to create...
Oh shoot, I forgot this just puts you right in the thing. It's not like a real it's not a real vent, it's actually like a hidden door. Do this later. So I guess maybe I should go meet O'Malley now. Oh fuck, this is I remember this place. I think some of these items, like these boxes here, don't have health, so they won't be destroyed by the electricity no matter what. I wish I could close those doors after I opened them. Alright, anyway.
Yes. May I help you?
Actually, I've been told by a mutual acquaintance that it might be the other way around.
Were you followed?
Confident. By a clown and a midget for a while. I'm a professional. Nervous, are we? Now I have to say that. I was gonna say confident, but...
Yeah, by a clown and a midget for a while. But they eventually met the bearded woman they were looking for near a coffee shop, and we went our separate ways.
Surely you're aware humor requires context, my friend. With a man like me, being funny in the wrong context could have dire consequences.
So what is it you need?
Straight to business, a rare quality these days. Tell me, are you familiar with local gangs?
More than enough to get by.
Perfect. Now, I warn you, this is not the cleanest of work, but your efforts will be well compensated. An associate of mine will leave a package for you in an alley on Grand River Road. You will retrieve this package and then use it to deal with a problem of mine. Permanently.
Who's the target?
Someone who won't be missed, I assure you. A ganger that goes by the name Double T. Hangs around in an apartment near Earl's Court. It's not likely that he'll be alone, just as it's not likely the people keeping him company will be of the pleasant sort. You can't miss him. He's got prominent and rather tasteless augmentations to his face and arms.
You're telling me you went through all this trouble to hire me, just so I can eliminate a banger?
That would be a tad overkill, I admit. No, eliminating the target with the weapon provided to you is only the first part of your assignment. Once you've dealt with Double T, I need you to sneak into Derelict Row and plant the murder weapon among the baller's weapon stash. unnoticed.
Kill a member of the Motor City Bangers, then plant the murder weapon in the rival gang's weapon stash. You're trying to start a war.
Hopefully.
You don't sound like a cop.
You, on the other hand, are starting to sound exactly like one. I strongly suggest you simply get on with the program.
I don't understand what you're getting out of this. It sounds to me like you're just the middleman for someone else.
You think too much, my friend. This could prove to be a source of great personal discomfort for you in the near future.
So what's the plan? You make a call and rat one of the bangers out? Then the DRBs retaliate and so on and so forth until they wipe themselves out?
Pretty much.
What about innocent casualties? These thugs aren't exactly expert marksmen, and it's pretty hard to aim from the window of a moving car. What could be worth such a risk?
I won't discuss my motives with you. I hired you to do a job. Just do it.
I can get inside Derelict Row, but where can I find their weapon stash?
Look for an old concrete structure that is boarded up and condemned. I believe they stock their supplies right underneath it.
I need a more precise location on the target.
There's a small back alley known to the locals as Earl's Court. You can access Double T's building using the fire escape. He's in one of the apartments on the 4th floor.
So what is it I'm picking up, and where is it exactly?
There's a rather luxurious apartment complex on Grand River Road. In front of it, on the other side of the street, you'll see a door that leads to a maintenance corridor. In the first corner of that corridor, you will find a crossbow hidden amongst the trash and debris. Use it to kill Double T.
I guess that's it for now.
This you have to like leapfrog the containers. I think what the augmentation that makes you immune to EMP grenades also makes you immune to electrified floors, but maybe I'm misremembering that. Flop. Fuck you, electricity. I don't even have room for a beer? I guess I'll drink this whiskey. Or this is a beer. Oh, there's another commentary. Okay. First commentary here.
Alternate paths in the city. When we started, we kind of realized that most of our alternate paths were kind of more of the same in the sense that they were not giving you extra challenge and they were not making you use your augmentations. It was very limited.
Yeah, every time we, on the level design side, one of the first things we wanted to nail right from the start is the infamous multi-path, multi-options that we so dearly like in the Deus Ex universe. And so every time we do critical path type of design for an objective or a challenge and whatnot, then when we design the actual alternate path or even secret path, because where we have almost the secret trilogy, critical path, alternate path, and secret path. The alternate path and secret paths, we always try to mismatch and balance the type of challenges that we wanted. And here we have the infamous ladder that we used from almost the first vertical slice as well.
Oh my god, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and we've tried to mix the physical object as well.
The ladder to heaven?
Yeah.
The ladder to heaven, yeah.
Oh my god.
So we always try to balance gameplay options, gameplay alternatives to our alternate paths, so multi-path and multi-option as well.
And actually here, what is fun is that if you're really, really patient, there are some boxes around that corner and you can take 2 boxes and just throw them in front of you, jump on one, go on the second one, then pick up the old one, put it in front of you, and
That's
just
what
go
I
like
did.
that until you go over the electricity floor.
Yeah, I think we liked way too much the crates in our game.
And air vents.
And air vents.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I did it from the other side, but there's also these two here. Okay, and there's another.
So about another example about the world boundaries, where we try to make the city bigger and more alive than where we actually play. We tried to add places where you could see cars in the background driving by and everything, and we ended up putting it in places where you really need to pay attention, you really need to look in that direction, and ultimately not necessarily giving the instant feeling
of it,
exactly. So yeah.
We wanted to actually have a more alive feeling in those world memories, but because of time constraints we had in production, we barely had the time to have one model of one car. Having the lights on, it was very difficult, and having that car actually animated. Just the tram that goes inside the CDR was
a hell.
Definitely hell. So having just cars on those, so we managed just the minimum we could actually play. Manage just the minimum we could actually place inside the game, and that's it.
But it looks really cool when you stand there and you see the car go by. You're like, wow.
One
that's
car
neat.
every 2 minutes.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's true. This is like one car read.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
Well, you know, there's a gas shortage.
I found a chocolate bar here when I was re-establishing myself after that embarrassing fall. Anyway. I gotta read this, Pocket Secretary. Hope you get this. Answer your damn self, Ron. Don't do anything stupid. Just go to a real hospital. You need some serious help. Listen, I'm in pain right now. Telling you it's unbearable. I'm sure they fucked it up and they put it in wrong or something. I got the number to their chop shop, 2356. We're gonna get there, or in there, and these motherfuckers gonna fix it. Feels like I'm dying. If I don't make it, tell Jackie I'm sorry. Oh, so that's probably explaining that, that place in that apartment. I've already unlocked it, so there's no way to confirm that's what that number will open. Well, I guess I could just go look up the code for that place on the web, and if it's 2356, and yeah. I can understand that tram being a lot of work. Especially like when I don't know if they created the engine for this or exactly how the engine works, but like. He's an angel. Hey, Meng. Added some new hardware to our little stash of guns and ammo we got in the storage locker. The code's 0187. Help yourself to something nice and to wet. Some of them MCB images. Crackface. The fuck kind of name is Crackface? Once I'm able to become invisible, I'm gonna go F those guys up. Okay, so across the street from a fancy apartment complex. I'm guessing that's right here. And the fancy apartment complex is Adams. Go to Derelict Row. Retrieve O'Malley's package. Is that... Okay, well, I've got the right building, but this is the wrong fire escape. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna go sell some stuff. Okay. There's some thugs here that I have to knock out, but this is the same place as a shop.
What you want? Okay, that's it. What?
Okay. Shouldn't be too hard, just sneak up on him. Oh. Shouldn't be too hard, just sneak up on him.
I don't know about this. Breaking into the cop shop?
Double T says we don't got no choice. If we want to face down the ballers, we need the same firepower they got.
Why, he really thinks the Popo's feeding them weapons? That's just fucked, man.
Popos, feds, look, somebody's slipping it to them. So, are you in on this or not?
Well, I guess we could get in from the sewers, but still, breaking into a cop shop? Don't come no closer, Slick. Back off.
Okay, I'll just chill while my thing reloads. Oh, that's... Oh, they're like right on top of each other. I'm gonna just pull these back. That one's fine where it is.
Wait a second. What was that?
Fuck are you?
That was pretty fucking slick. Okay, this time I'll just wait for him to go back towards his ally. Is that guy Double T? I guess so. He's a guy like in the middle of the room. Okay, now that my thing's recharged, okay.
Who is it? You gonna stay out there, asshole?
Son of a bitch! We need help here! This is the spot, man. Keep looking. Someone's playing. God! I see you, Crow!
Yeah, this one's Double T. Pretty sure I don't have a shotgun yet. Nope. See, just had to bait him. Okay, since there's a weapon shop in this building, I'm gonna just sell the weapons real quick. This guy down here is suspicious of something, but like...
Take a look.
I can still shop and everything, so I don't think anything happened to detriment me. Okay, had to reset my game real quick, because this guy out here, I picked him up to look if there's any weapon under his body, and he just died. Like, instantly just died. And I think that ruins your pacifist achievement, so I had to reload. You know, you'd think a pacifist is someone who doesn't want to fight, but in this game it's just someone who doesn't want to kill. Anyway, yeah. One last item sale, and then I'm going.
Take a look.
Take a look.
Okay, that's...
The map in this game is weird. There's a window. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, that's all in the place above the basketball court. Fuck. Okay. I think I fixed what was causing those little lag spikes. I'm gonna just drop some crap back off of my apartment. Okay, I dropped some stuff off to give myself more space. I'm keeping the explosives. And there's one more thing I wanted to do at the D-Row Ballers alley. Now that I have the capability. Or I have the points to gain the capability. It's the upgrade I was talking about just a while ago. Okay. I'll get it when I'm close enough to use it. Or when I'm, like, in visual range of the targets, I guess. Specifically is what I was thinking. That's not it. Just have to play. Oh yeah, that's a... cloaking system. So I have 3 seconds of invisibility. How do I use these ones again? F1. Oh, it's function keys.
You're wrong, man. That's all I gotta say. You're just wrong.
So the entry of Delaric Row, like we had this door, which was kind of the main part, the choke point to get into the gang territory. But it turned out that it was really hard to draw players' attention in that direction. They were always distracted by other things, and we did tons of things here to try to draw their attention in that direction.
Yeah, and trying to link this whole environment, the whole Derelict Row environment, very gameplay, very combat approach, combat supported, and to stream that environment, which visually is completely different from the rest of the city hub. Then to technically stream it properly, we had to make sure that the door is not always facing forward the street itself, and we have some kind of a S-shape type of corridor, so typical in level design, but it was very difficult because of the placement of the door itself. So.
And after that, like we were kind of putting some letters that were blinking, like
yeah, there's that sign, but it's not directly on top of that place.
No, it was too
much higher, but it's just the way that we ended up lighting it, and it ended up attracting a lot of the players' attention. Yep.
What gets my attention? When did this guy die? How'd he die? Oh my god. Okay, I got back to the same part. I just have to knock out those 2 guys again. Also, I got the crossbow this time. Okay, the crossbow has been around in one form or another for centuries, thanks to the simplicity and effectiveness of its basic design. With few moving parts, the weapon can operate in near silence and almost any conditions. The Hawkeye XH2 version is a lightweight single shot crossbow with a built-in optical set. It improves the weapon's accuracy, but reloads time as well, as each bolt must be hand-loaded. Warning, arrows follow an arc.
Put the weapon down.
I thought she might say something like that. This is why it's good to save often, though, because I can't believe that guy was dead.
Welcome home, Mr. Jensen.
Dead, I say. Okay, bye, Talking House. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I enjoyed making it. Have a beautiful day, and see you in the future. Bye for now.